Alright, well, good afternoon, guys. It's about 11:30 or so on a Saturday, and we have decided to get out of the house. This morning it looked like rain, so I was kind of hem-hawing about whether I wanted to get out or not. We're getting out. So pack weighs 25.7 with my umbrella and stuff, but I may take that out. It just depends on what the weather looks like. But anyway, got Sally's stuff, so we're at the road. We're going back up to Linville and go up a park at Spence and hopefully camp on Little Table Rock. So that's the goal, that's the plan. Hopefully we can do that. Show you all the way once we get to the trailhead. It's about 2.5 hours, so we won't get there till about 1:30 or so, 1:30, 2 o'clock. So yeah, we'll just see where we end up today. I'm just ready to get out in the backcountry. Alright, so we're here at the trailhead of Spence. Looks like there's a little campsite right back there. It's pretty full here, so I'm hoping I'll be able to get a campsite. So yeah, we'll see. But man, I drove through one heck of a rainstorm coming in, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and keep my umbrella. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like between the trekking pole, the camera, and stuff, I may not even use the umbrella. I would like to use the umbrella, but I think it's just dripping from the trees. But anyway, yeah, it was like one heck of a downpour coming in, so kept 221. But I think it's moving south, and my friend is checking the radar, and he said it looked like that was the only one, so we'll prepare mentally for the worst and be happy with the best. So now I saw coming in, like, there's some blue sky to the north, so I'm kind of just enjoying that it's shady instead of like burning up. So you may be wondering why I'm tucking in my shirt. It's so that way it don't stick past my rain jacket and my shirt be soaking wet. Nobody wants a soaking wet jacket. This is not. Oh, it does have pit zips. Okay. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna roast. Okay, I've got everything. I'm dumping the umbrella. I did switch to my good camp shoes. Maybe I should like put the rain cover on. So, what are you doing? So I say we're here at Spence Ridge. That tree's broke. So I've not been here since Halloween, so I don't know how it's changed since. Sally's enjoying the puddles. It's just 0.05 from the getting nice and muddy. Start the trail. Man, it's so pretty with the rain. I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sad it's raining. I'm glad it's not thundering though, but like, and I'm glad it's not just like pouring rain, but I'm happy it's raining. I love hiking in rain. It's very peaceful. I mean, just listen. Splish-splash with walking through a puddle. Nice. I never thought about putting a hammock there. But anyway, this is kind of where the MST comes in, or leaves Linville Wilderness. You see there's like a nice campsite there. Oh, I think the MST goes down right here. So you got this little campsite right over there. Yeah, so the MST drops down right here. So, anyway, having said that, Sally, I don't remember that tree being down last time, or that one. So I feel like this has changed a little bit since last time I was here. Now we start the climb. Now I will say the climb has been altered to switchback style. I think they did that about a year ago, or so. Yeah, see, because this tree here has been uprooted. That wasn't uprooted, I don't think, last time. Anyway, starting the climb at 0.45. There, it looks like there's a lot of trees down on that hillside there. I will say the climb is pretty moderate. So, I think it's about a mile. A little over a mile to our goal, and I think it's like 780 feet of elevation gain, so nothing too terrible. With the new reroute, be a little bit friendlier. So as you can see, the old trail just went straight up, and it kicked your butt. So I mean, it wasn't easy coming down either. We'll see how the new trail is. I wonder which is harder, clearing a trail, make a new one, or moving the brush to block the old one. Wonder that. The odd things that come into your brain when you're hiking. So pretty. There's blue sky. I tell you what, this is a lot nicer than going straight up. Nice little rest spot here at 0.59. My heel keeps hitting her kind of underside of her bag, and it feels like a tripping hazard. Oh, so good to see the blue sky. Now if we can just get a good campsite. Oh, that's a big uproot. What if these trees fell during Helene? Oh, mud. Oh man. Oh, it feels so good after the rain because it cooled down like 20 degrees. It was like 84 before before the storm hit, and then it was like 62 after I passed through it. So definitely glad it cooled down though. Wait, oh, this is part of the old trail. See? Oh yeah, that looks vaguely familiar. So you kind of crossed it there at 0.73. Because I will note, this is the first backpack I've done without my ankle sleeve. So we'll see how it holds up. That's what I'm hoping to get where we're aiming for. Oh, look, nice little view of the opposing ridge right here. That's a 0.75. Oh, it's got me excited to get up here where we have some views. Yeah, there's Hawksbill. Right through the trees there. So now we're kind of on the old trail. So this is the Scramblers map that I have. So it's not updated with the new switchbacks. But if you switch to the regular Linville map in Avenza, it shows the switchbacks that we just did. So you can see. So it wasn't much of that, but it took out most of the worst of that climb, other than what we're fixing to do now. So that's pretty cool. I like the switchbacks. I don't know how they piled all the rocks right here. Seems like they're building a den for snakes. So there's a nice little rest log right here, 0.99. That's cool. Hi, how are y'all? So we've entered the rock zone, probably about 1.03. This is either the funnest or the hardest part of the trail, depending on your preference. Me, I like this part of the trail. Sally. What? How'd you do that? Come on. Come on, Mama got you. Glad you didn't pull me down. I love that section of trail. It's fun. There's some people back there, so I couldn't really film it. But Sally jumped and then she slid down on the face of the rock, so just keep that in mind. Luckily she hit ground. Come on, Sally girl. But I thought she was just going to follow behind me, and she ended up doing her own thing, and it ended up not being the right option. Go. Glad to see the ferns are greening with all the rain we've had this week. We definitely needed the rain this week for sure. It's greened everything right on up. This is so pretty. I mentioned I'm burning up. I mean, I'm pouring. Seems like everybody up here is like wet from something. Either they got caught in the rain and they're drenched, or they're sweating. I'm glad the cloud cover kind of came back up, to be honest. There's hawksbill through the trees there. 1.3. Let's see. So I was just checking the weather and checking in with my buddy up here, and I noticed, it's kind of dark behind us. Well, there's another storm behind us. It's kind of moving east, which is, or I don't know which way it could go, but it's kind of got a little more motivation in my backside to move a little faster within reason. So I really don't want to put on my rain jacket and get soaked. I mean, I think we're under a half mile. Oh, look at this view. This awesome view is 1.34. Because it looked like the rain was kind of over in that direction. Where did that come from? I do not remember this rocky section being this long. And to think I was kind of looking forward to the rocky section because I thought that meant I was close, but not being as agile as I used to be is kind of slowing me down a little. So our goal is Little Table Rock. Hopefully nobody's set up there, but that's kind of our goal. So there's also a storm kind of coming from that direction over there. I see it right over there. So I'm hoping I can beat that, because that's the one that's kind of moving my direction. I thought it was the bigger one behind me, but so hopefully, I think we're through the worst of it, but then as soon as I say that, it's going to get bad. So, yeah. It's funny what you don't remember. I've been down and up this trail, and I don't remember this rocky section being this long. Especially with it being rooty and stuff and wet. So here's the climber's access. It kind of goes around the base of Table Rock 1.46. I wish there was a water source up here where I didn't have to go down the goat path to get water. Now I may have enough in my hydration bladder to do what I need it to for tonight. That storm heads this way. And there's a little water source right there, about 1.49. Alright, finally made it. So, of course that's the summit trail. So we're going to turn right here, 1.5. Oh, okay, here's the water post. Yeah, that's the goat trail. I don't recommend that. Don't go down that way. But we're going to stick to the right to go to Little Table Rock 1.55. Look out toward the chimneys here. Because if somebody's up here at Little Table Rock, I'll probably go out toward the chimneys. But we'll have to go and get water probably. Yeah, so just take this trail down to the water. That's how we'll go. That's at 1.57. Because I think with the rain we're not. So I brought a chair because I was like, oh, with the rain I'll be able to have a fire. But I think as heavy as that rain was, I think the wood's going to be too wet to burn. Stripping off my hat. So this is Little Table Rock trail. It used to connect over to Spence, but it had a lot of damage from Helene, so it is currently decommissioned. But we're going to take a left to go out on Little Table Rock. That was at 1.62. I think I would hang over there, but then I'm kind of blocking the trail. So I think I'm going to go on down to the cliff edge. That's where I wanted to hang anyway, and we'll just skip doing a fire. I don't need a fire anyway. So it's at 1.65. But that's definitely a great tent site. But I know my buddy, he camps there with a hammock, so you kind of reach a split here, stay to the right. So I do apologize because I could not film and sit and scoot at the same time, but that is pretty steep coming down. And now we're here. So I thought I wanted to hang over there, but there's just nowhere to anchor to. So I'm probably going to set up over here. So I kind of threw my tarp up because I saw the rain coming. And so I tried it with this tree and this tree, but my tarp was too long. So then I'm set up over there, but I'm tied to a bush. So I'm not really loving that location. So I'm thinking about moving, but I'm waiting to see what this rain does before I move. Because I can't tell if it's actually moving this way or not. Oh man, you can see a slide right there. So I'm undecided. So I want to show y'all just kind of like my views here, because I was going to hang here tarpless. So the forecasters kind of screwed me. They said it was going to be dry this evening, all the way up until tomorrow evening. So I was going to just hang without my tarp and just hang here, enjoy the view and stuff. And obviously they had to get it wrong and get, you know, the rain showers in. And so I don't know if I'm going to stay here or not. because that was the only reason I really wanted to stay here, because I really don't love that setup over there. And I really don't want to walk all the way back down here for sunset, so I'm thinking about going out to the chimneys and setting up out there. But I'll show y'all this other view that's down here, because it's really pretty, and you can see the sun shining on short off. So it's funny, like I'm staring at a rainstorm and there's sun on down the valley. There's a really cool view right here. Looking straight down. I mean, this is probably one of my favorite spots in Linville. I don't know, I have so many favorite spots, but on the edge of a cliff, that ain't smart. So anyway, this is the view. Yeah, it's starting to kind of drizzle here now. And I love it. I love this view. I just don't know what to do. So I'm gonna sit under my tarp and think about it. Alright, so we finally got camp set up. I decided to stay. Got my chair hanging there. But man, it seems like I've heard some stuff. I don't know if it's like trees collapsing or what, but I've heard some stuff from kind of the holler, so I don't know what's going on over there. You can see that rainstorm still slowly moving, but anyway, it looks like the sun's fixing to come out, so we're going to go out, back up to that one water trail and go get water real quick, because I've only got a liter in my bag and I don't think that's enough for me and Sally, so we'll go ahead and go get water, even though I didn't want to, but that's fine. Alright, so we're leaving camp, go get water. We're just gonna leave all that stuff there. Back up this, I'll show the, I mean, you can kind of see how steep this is. I mean, it's not long, it's just steep. So I think the last time I was here, I just kind of walked around the other way, but it's kind of overgrown, and with everything being wet, I don't really feel like doing that. Nice breeze up here. Hope that ain't blowing in something. I didn't see anything on the radar. So I don't know, I might could hang between these two, but I don't know. Alright, let's just go get water. So it's only like 0.03. I swear it felt longer going down. So I did hem haul there a good bit. Just trying to decide if I actually wanted to stay there, because I really didn't want to stay on the cliff if I couldn't hang out on the cliff. But I managed to get my tarp kind of staked out, but if it looks like it ain't gonna rain, then I'll take the tarp up. But here we go back on LTR, so I'm gonna go right, go down this hill, go get water. That was at 0.06. Hope we get a good sunset. And I am still kind of debating about what to do in the morning, whether to pack up early, and because I feel like down there is a better sunset spot, but Table Rock is like my favorite sunrise spot, and so I'm like debating if I want to try to get up early in the morning and go up there and for sunrise, or if I want to just go up there, kind of slack pack with my pack and maybe take my coffee and stuff like that, and then just come back and tear down camp. So some options I'm still kind of filtering through, but I'm just glad we made it in without getting 100% drenched. So we'll just go down this water trail, wherever it's at. So I think it's right here. Yeah, so bugs are kind of bad. So right here's the water trail, 0.1. I will say, from what I remember, this is a pretty steep downhill. I didn't really care for it, but this is really the only water source up here. Now I could, I guess, went back down that trail where I saw that one kind of along Table Rock Trail, but you know. So I mean, it just seems like it goes downhill forever. Coming out didn't seem near as bad, but coming up it was like, jeez. Or no, sorry, coming up wasn't too bad, but going down was like, oh my gosh. And that was before I had a bum knee. I don't think I'm gonna have any better attitude toward it, but see, this is the goat path. So I mean, like, the trail was just right there, but I swear it seemed like just kept going and going. But I think I can grab about 4 liters of water. That should be enough. So, okay. Here are people either coming up or going down the Table Rock Trail. So it's like it keeps going and going. But I do think it's a little bit easier to kind of walk uphill on this than it is down. But at least I know it's flowing well, so that's a positive. Okay. I'm glad I didn't do this with my full pack. I mean, it's just slippery. So I think this was the part that was frozen last time I was here. Oh, let's get down this mess. So for those of you who are interested, I kind of go down this way and step down. This is the easiest way I've found. Did you get you some water, Sally? Oh yeah, she's flowing good. This is a really cool water source. Oh, cool. What's that? Alright, let's get some water. Yeah. So all the way down here was 0.18. Okay, so I'm not going to actually filter water. I'm just going to fill up these 2 bags that I have. So there's our water. Alright, so let's get it back to camp and get to cooking. So I wasn't hungry earlier, but now I am feeling pretty hungry. That salt off my face, that feels good. So, one last look here at the water source. Oh, such a pretty thing. We need to get back to making dinner and just actually getting to relax and enjoy the view. So there's our water. So I got about 4 liters. Sally's going to show y'all how it's done. Go. Go. Good girl. I wish we could all be that athletic. Alright. So, try to use my trekking pole this time. Move. Okay. I'm sure my orthopedic doctor will be like, what the heck are you into over here? Oh, just a little this and a little that. You know, just being in the wilderness. Oh gosh. Okay. Ugh. Okay. We got it, Sally. We're good to go. Good to go. Okay. As I said, it's about 0.18 all the way down here from camp, so it just seems longer. I say that was flowing a lot better when I was here last time. I feel like, because last time it was in the winter and everything was froze, so. Sun's trying to come out. That'd be nice. Have a little sun. Eat dinner by. What are you doing? Okay. I guess I'm leading. Because it seems so dark down there. There's the goat path. We made it out of there. 0.26. Back on the trail. I'm ready for some pad thai with chicken. Not my recipe. Nice solid mountain house meal. And I got some, I think, sour jellies and stuff too. So, it's gonna be good. Now, I didn't bring my hot chocolate this time. I didn't bring coffee for the morning, but we'll just see what we do. Alright. Made it to the split. Go left. How was that? Was it 0.32? Set up my chair. Have some dinner. Read a book. Oh, it's gonna be a good evening. I just have to get on my head. So I will say, it's been about 3 weeks, I think, since the bear incident. And I've been honestly scared to come out here. Just to backpack in general. Like, I've been scared, like, because that was scary. I was in my head about, you know, if I was even good enough to be out here, to be honest. If it's safe for me to be out here, because this year especially, the bears have been very active, very persistent around people's food. Doesn't seem to matter if it's in a bear hang or a bear canister. So yeah, it's been weird this year, and it's really been stressful for me. Like, you know, 'cause I'm just getting back out here after an injury, and it's like, you know, I really don't have energy to go in far, so it's like, you know, I feel like I can't go in far enough to get away from like where like most people go, like short off. And yeah, it's just, so it's tough like finding areas that's not had bear issues this year. Because I had like 4 other options for like where I might go this weekend, and all 4 was having bear problems. So I just was real hesitant about even coming out here. And then the weather was not all that great, and I was just like, oh crap, I didn't see that poison. Get your face out of the poison. Out of it, come on. So yeah, I've just been really reluctant to even be out here. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love it. I love it out here. You know, like I say, I've never, you know, 6.5 years being out here, I've not had issues, you know. So it's just, it's kind of unnerving when that happens, and it's like, it kind of challenges, like, well, what did I do wrong? What could I do better? You know, and I'll be honest, you know, I was going to try the PCT hang, and maybe I need to just practice it more. Yeah. And stuff, but like, I just could not get it high enough off the ground compared to how high I normally get my bear bag. So I just need to be more persistent about getting it further away from the trunk of the tree. So anyway, that's enough of me yakking. I'll kind of talk more here. Once I get some food, I gotta get down this ridiculousness here and enjoy, hopefully go over here and enjoy Alright, and here we are back at camp. Sweet. So I've got my bear bag hung in that tree, I believe. Oh crap, it slid down. Well, we need to get that fixed. We'll go over here and retrieve our food, and then we'll enjoy our hard-earned view here. What a view. Wait, is there like a rainbow? No, that's a cool view. Oh, that breeze feels good. Oh, so nice. Alright, so we'll probably cook dinner. Well, you know, so I'm still flapping about because I want dinner. And I was going to come down here, but this is really narrow, so it's just a little unnerving. So I'm going to go back up where my camp is and cook up there. But this view, I just love this view. Look at the fog rolling in. I wonder if there'll be fog in the valley. You can see the storm coming down the valley that way. Cool. I just figured I'd show y'all. Hawksbill just went behind a cloud. Well, the clouds overtook the sun and the moon last night, some point, or this morning. Slept pretty good last night. Well, that's a lie. I did not sleep well last night. Mainly, I was in my head about every sound I heard being a bear. I actually got up at like 1 to check to make sure my bear hang was still hanging, and then I just could not sleep. The wind wasn't too bad here. Like once in a while, like the big ass wind had rattled the tarp and stuff, and I halfway thought about taking the tarp down, but I was just worried about some random pop-up shower, so I decided just to leave it. But I think I'm gonna take it down this morning and just kind of maybe go back to bed, honestly. Just kind of lounge, and maybe we'll get up and get the bear bag down and fix some coffee and stuff before hitting the trail. Anyway, that's the morning. Like, and I honestly kind of overslept because I wanted to see sunrise this morning, but I missed it by about an hour and a half. It's like 7, so I guess I missed it by about an hour. But anyway, it is what it is. But it's a pretty good little spot. I was surprised the stakes held. You see my trekking pole fell, but other than that, I mean, none of my stakes came out of the ground, so that was good. Go over here and check on the bear bag. She's still hanging. So we'll leave it be for now, since I'm going back to bed. But bird is that? You see Sally, I kicked Sally out of the hammock last night because she was hot and I couldn't move. I couldn't get my quilt, so I put her in her little dog tent. She seemed decent. I didn't hear her being restless or anything, but I also didn't hear her snoring or dreaming, so maybe she didn't sleep either. Alright, it's about 8:20. So it's a little past time for coffee, but when I normally have my coffee, so let's get the coffee going. Figure we'll just kind of laze around to about 9 or so, then head on out. Bear bag's still there. Oh, this is a cool little flower. Well, I was trying to get my rucksack down, and usually I can just pull it back and it comes off. Well, now it's gotten itself freaking stuck. I'm deciding what to do about that. We'll go ahead and get our coffee going. So I've enjoyed my coffee time and breakfast. Kind of slow, starting to pack up. I still don't know what to do about my bear hang thing over there where it's stuck in the tree. My friend who's camping on out the ridge there said he might try to drop by and see if he can get it down. So I hope he's able to. I really like that. I really like my line. But anyhow, it's just a beautiful view here. Alright. Oh, I need to get Sally's leash. Oh, Sally's already like, okay, and packs on. It's time to go. Yeah. Anyway, we'll head out. I'm going to show you all the way out. I did end up having to leave my line over there because it's stuck in a tree, but a friend's going to come by and see if he can get it down. Anyway. Stay. Oh, I wonder if that's the trail. Oh. Come here, Sally. 0.02, we're taking a left. Maybe Oh, this looks like a good warm up for the legs. Because a friend had said that this leads out to that little point we saw earlier. Oh, nice. I never even knew this was here. Oh, okay, yeah, it's definitely tight space. So we were just over there on that little point. Definitely not a good, it looked better for camping than what it is. I mean, I guess if you had a freestanding tent or want a cowboy camp here, you could. This is cool. That's cool to see where we were just at. Sally, get over here. Where the crap are you going? Go that way. Oh, I thought she was going to shake herself off the cliff. Scared me to death. So, this wasn't very long. It was like 0.02 down here. Come on, Sally girl. Alright, 0.07. As the group guys are back there camping, I was talking to them and just kind of sharing stories and stuff. That's cool. Well, I say, I don't think we'll go up to the summit today. But I don't know. I'll probably get up here and be like, oh, well, it's just a short ways. I'll go a bit. So 0.09, we're turning right. So here's our little water trail, 0.14. Alright, so we're back on Table Rock Trail, still 0.14. So we were just over yonder. We'll go up to the trail sign and then we'll make our decision if we want to go up to the summit. I keep him hauling, like, to go to the summit or not go to the summit. I just don't know. Because it seems very quiet today. So I feel like today would be a great day to go up there. But I also worry about doing too much downhill with my knee. So I think I've decided. I've changed my mind again. We're going up to the summit. I just can't bring myself to pass it up. I just can't do it. I gotta do it. So let's go. Come on, Sally. Oh, that was at 0.19. Sally's giving me resistance training this morning. It quickly became delayering time, so I had to switch out to my wet hat. Look at this view though. This is at 0.25. Devil's Cellar. We're gonna skip that one today, I think. Unless I change my mind on the way back down. Which is very likely. But that split is 0.33. It's like you keep climbing and climbing. Oh, we gotta go out here to this view. I always go out here. So this is at 0.39. I'm pretty sure we're looking at a little table rock right there. I mean, this is not even a 10th off the trail. Just a short little viewpoint. So here's usually where I go up to the summit. I mean, I hit that on the way back down. 0.45. It's been a while since I've been up all the way to the summit, so. So this little rock overhang. Beautiful. And that view is a half mile. Another nice little view. 0.52. Almost to the top. There's the old foundation for the fire tower, or Marshman's Tower. Particular summit 0.54. The actual summit marker's over here to the left. Right this way. So I think we'll go back where the Watchman's Tower is. I really don't want to drop down like that. So I want to look at Linville, not away from it. Okay, back up, Sally. Back up. Anyway, to this point it's 0.5455. So we're starting across Table Rock, 0.57. Sally will come on. Right, I'm letting you off leash, but you stay with me. Okay. Let's see which way to go. I've never went south. I've always went north, like east. Something tells me that ain't it. Okay, so definitely going this way. Okay, good girl. Good girl. Oh, I think this is where everybody normally sits. I've never been up here and this would be empty. It's always full of people. This is a nice view, 0.6. I think I've always went like around the side of it. Kind of hard to do. I think I've sat and pivoted. Maybe that's what I'm doing. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Oopsie daisy. Yep, sitting and pivoting is the move. What is it? Let's keep going. I think that was one of the worst spots, from what I remember anyway. Oh. Let me go down this way, over, down. Man, I love this. This is just so cool. We need to go down. Oh, people are starting to be artists up here. Pretty sure I need to go down. Okay. It's a fun little scramble. Sally, come here. Okay. Look at this. Isn't this incredible? No, that's too big a step for me right now. Okay. Lean to the side, or the cliff ain't. Okay. Especially when you got a pack on. To this side. Man, what a view. Okay, I think I'm gonna sit and scoot. Fun little step. Ooh, that's a big step. Okay. And just kind of give y'all a sense of height here of this little, like, you see how much taller this is. This is over 5'4". So let's find our way up. I don't think I can go that way. I think I'll get hung up on that tree. So we're going to try on the left side here. Okay. Let's see. Walk in. Can you jump it? Of course she can jump it. She's Super Sally. So, I mean, it's kind of scrambly. I mean, you have to find footholds to climb up that. So it's kind of fun. I think we're close to our favorite little spot. Sally's enjoying all the little rain puddles. I swear this rock looks so like foreign, like, but it's grippy. It is some grippy rock. Don't let me jinx myself and slide down. That'd be bad. Man, it's just such a cool little spot. I don't think I've ever hiked this going this direction. I don't remember doing it. Oh man. Kinda wanna sit here. It's a little bit taller than over there, down there. Cause I'm pretty sure that's my little spot right there. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is my spot. Okay. I think this is my spot. Is this my spot? You'd think I'd recognize my own spot. Yeah, this is it. I think. No. I don't know. It feels like it though. I don't know why I thought like it was bigger. Alright, so we have reached kind of the end of that scramble bit. It's 0.68. So I think I'm going to sit here and just kind of enjoy the view for a little while before we start the descent down. I was looking to see if maybe I could camp up here. I mean, you could definitely fit like a small tent right here maybe. I don't know how like easy it'd be to get stakes in the ground. Oh, people's been camping here though, because this is new. Yeah, and so we go down that way to reconnect to the trail. Because I was kind of looking at maybe some of these pines, but then you're kind of over rock and I don't really care for that. But, I mean, you could definitely cowboy camp up here for sure if you wasn't worried about getting snake bit. Now right in there you might could hang. This little spot right here. But you're over that. Looks like somebody's been camping there. They've kind of trampled that bush down a little bit. But that would definitely fit a hammock, I feel like. And you'd be kind of protected from the wind there. Anyway, that's enough rambling. I'm gonna go up here and just sit and enjoy the view. Yeah, I think just sitting here would be nice. Well, I enjoyed my break. Ate a couple of gummies. So now we're going to head on down to the car before it gets hot. Alright, we're going to head down now. 0.75. I think you can go kind of that way, or you can kind of go through this, which I'm going to do this way. this is slippery. Easier to go kind of that way. This way ain't bad, but it's just steeper. What do you think, Sally? And right there's the trail. So I mean, like, this is just really short. I think I've said this, you know, several times in the video, because this is usually where I come to on Table Rock instead of going all the way up to the summit. But anyway, we're back on the main trail now. 0.77. But it's always worthwhile to go up there and just enjoy the views. Sally, come on, let's go. You know, because like once you start descending off of, you know, from below Devil's, you know, where the trail goes back to Spence, like, you know, you're just in the trees. And I was like, oh, I kind of want some more views. So. Oh, and I did get an update from my friend. He was able to hit my bear hang down, or my, you know, my rock, my throw line and all that. So he said he had to cut a pole to reach it, to knock it, you know, get it loose. So definitely not something I could have done because I didn't have a saw, but I'm so glad and grateful for my friend that he's able to get that down. So thank you. But anyway, I'm just happy that it's not just stuck up in the tree. But anyway, we'll just keep slowly making our way down. I think since we spent so much. Well, we might as well go ahead and do that. 0.88. We're going to Cellar. Alright, so we're here at Devil's Cellar. It's just really cool. I always forget just how pretty this is. What a view. One last look at our mountains. Alright. Yes, I mean, you might be able to set a tent right here. That'd be kind of cool. And that's pretty sandy. Anyway, 0.99, we're going to start our trek back down. Can't believe when we rock climbed and rappelled here that we climbed up this. It just don't even look achievable. Alright, so we're back here, 1.06. I'm going to stay straight. Turn right. I feel like that's more of a straight than a turn. Alright, so we made it to the trail split. 1.19. And we'll take the right. So I have let Sally off leash for a little bit since the trail's not crowded right now. We're just letting her kind of run free so she don't accidentally pull me down. Especially coming down off Table Rock and so forth. It's so wet and slippery and stuff, and she wants to go one way and I want to go another, and it just ain't working. So I let her off. She's fine, and then I'll put it back on if I see anybody. But yeah, we'll just try to get back over these rocks safely. Alright, and this is the climbers route, climbers access that I showed yesterday. kind of want to go up there and check that out one day. Not today though. We gotta get on down. But that was at 1.23. Man, I'm so glad the sun is not out. I'll be honest. I kind of wanted it when I was up there on the rock, but going down through here, I really don't. I don't want sun. Nice view of Table Rock, or shoot, Hawksbill here. 1.34. Wait, Sally. Wait. Nice little resting rock area here. 1.5. Little rest spot here. Usually there's people here, so I don't think I've ever gotten to actually stop here. This is at 1.64. Somebody left some garbage. Let me get that up. Oh gosh, I left garbage everywhere. All right, let me get this up. Man, it's just so, this is so pretty. So just a little miniature rant. This type of crap right here is what gets bears attracted to the area. This is probably why the bear is being aggressive at short off, is because it's found garbage people have left. Like there was a piece there and a piece here. I mean, it's not like it was hidden or anything, like it wasn't under a rock or anything. But, I mean, pack out your garbage, people. Like, it's not hard. Like, I can understand, like, if you accidentally drop it, but, I mean, just be better. For the sake of everybody out here that's trying to enjoy it and not get attacked by a bear. Yeah, that's my public service announcement for today. But, man, just, I love this little spot. I can see why so many people pick this as like their stop point. It's like break point. I go stepping wrong again. So I feel like after this, it got a little. Let's go. All right, I think we're through the worst of it. I think. From what I remember, I think this is where it kind of starts doing the whole switchback thing. So yeah, 1.69 now. We gotta cruise downhill. I'll be honest, I'm glad they switched back this. So thank you to the trail maintainers and volunteers that worked on this, because it's fantastic. I really enjoyed the reroute. so appreciate it, because it's definitely a lot better than the old trail. So this right here, I think, ends most of the worst part. 1.75. I wonder if they're working more on another switchback. I didn't notice that yesterday. I mean, I'm sure it was there yesterday. I just didn't see it. Talking to a nice guy. He was talking about he lives in Black Mountain and they're having to start euthanizing bears because I guess they're becoming a threat, I guess. Because he was talking about he has one routinely on his back deck trying to get his bird feeder. That's just crazy. But it was fun talking. I love talking to like different people. I know usually I don't like talking to people, but when it comes to like backpacking and like being outdoors, I really love talking about that stuff and just learning, you know, because I love going to Black Mountain. I'm glad me and Sarah didn't see a bear when we were at Black Mountain. But yeah, it was real fun. It was a good little chat. I think I'm using my left big toe as like a brake on downhills, because like I feel like it's like starting to kind of rub a little bit, because I think I'm putting more weight on my, starting to use my left a little more just to take some of the pressure off my right. But I've had a real good time, and I'll tell you, it was not, like I mentioned yesterday, this was not an easy decision for me to come out here. And normally I wouldn't question it, you know, I wanted to come out here, but then I would get in my head about the bear and just all the things, and about talked myself out of coming out. Anyway, yeah, so I was just really, really hesitant. And honestly, that's probably one of the worst sleeps I've had in the backcountry, just because I swear every sound sounded like a bear. And I was just convinced that maybe I didn't tie my line good enough and the bag slipped down, and just, you know, all these things that go through your head. And, you know, I think I said, you know, like I got up at some point last night early this morning and actually went out over the headlamp and double checked to make sure my bearing was still good. But yeah, just, you know, it's just, you know, but I mean, like I knew deep down that if I didn't come out and I just kept pushing it off, that I would never feel 100% comfortable getting back out here. Because I would say that was very unnerving, and the more I thought about it, the more unnerved I got. So it's just kind of a crazy, it's been a crazy 3 weeks just analyzing it and thinking about it, wondering, you know, like, should I even continue doing this, you know? So this, I think, definitely helped, even though I didn't sleep super well. I just think it helped me just to get out of my head about whether it was safe for me to come out here or not. But anyway, just, again, I'm glad I came out. I'm glad I pushed myself to come out, you know, because, like, I needed to come out, and I needed to come out by myself, to be honest, because, you know, you can't always, you know, get people to go, or like you know, it's just, sometimes it's hard to get people to go or whatever. It's just, so it's better, you know, like I've learned, it's just good to go on my own. So I didn't want to lose that. So that's why I was kind of heck bent. Like yesterday, I was sitting in the house and I was getting all antsy, and I was like, oh, I just gotta get out. You know, so I'm glad I actually did get out and we had a good time. You know, just really enjoyed it, other than getting my bear hang stuck. But it's fine. At least I was able to get my food bags down. But yeah, I mean, I would say this is definitely more moderate, especially carrying gear, because this is not easy terrain. Don't let this new section of trail fool you. It lulls you into like a little sense of like, oh, this ain't gonna be too bad, and then you get up there to the rough part and it's like, oh crap. But I mean, it's mercifully short. So yeah, me and Sally both needed it, and I'm glad we didn't see any bears. I don't care to see any more bears. Anyway, you know, I like that little spot on Little Table Rock. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool little spot. I hate you don't really have a fire ring, but it's probably good for the best, because probably most people wouldn't have enough water to like put out a fire. So anyway, I'm just rambling on. But like I say, I do think it's important, you know, if you have one bad experience, just kind of like reflect on it and go, okay, what made it bad? How can, you know, how can it be better? And just try again. You know, I mean, if you have a good group of friends that can go with you, you know, like, so anyway, I mean, I would just urge people just to, you know, get out. You know, if you know, unless you just truly don't enjoy the experience, which there are some people, wherever you are, I'm sure you're not on my channel, but you know, they don't enjoy backpacking. You know, I mean, you don't make yourself do something, you know, that you don't want to do or don't like doing. Life's too short for that crap. But get out and, you know, make it enjoyable for yourself. You know, if you like a chair, bring a chair, you know, and just make it comfortable for yourself. It's not meant to be a sufferfest. I mean, it can be, but you know, sometimes we self-inflicted. But that's about all I have to say. I think just, I mean, like I say, this new like switchback trail is fantastic, especially for the descent down, because the old descent was like ridiculously steep. So yeah, I think that's all I got for now. So we're about 2.13 in. I think we should be under probably probably about a half mile to go, maybe. I don't know. But I feel like we're relatively close because we're starting to get down in the cove. Whew, I'm just enjoying it. And like another tip I think I would recommend is just go at your own pace. I know, like, hiking with other people, you tend to just try to match whatever pace everybody else is doing, and that can be absolute misery for people that's not typically fast hikers. So, you know, set your own pace. You know, don't be afraid. Just don't let fear hold you back. I think that would be a good slogan. You know, because that's easy to do. It's easy to just, you know, have one bad experience and then just use that as an excuse why not to do something. So, anyway, that's my 2 cents for today. I'm gonna shut up now. But man, I love this new trail. So thank you again to the trail maintainers. Y'all are awesome. Yeah, so that didn't take long at all. I don't feel like. Sally, hey, we done. Come on. Like I say, I think I would rate this as more moderate just because of the technical terrain and stuff. I mean, the distance is not a big deal. It's just the terrain's kind of tough. Anyway, here we are, and back at this little gap where the MST turns off. They're here, and those people I think are camped here. So I mean, you see, you got some decent tent sites right here. Surprised there's no other like fire ring. But it's a beautiful spot. Come on, Sally. So this is at 2.25, like I say, the MST turns and goes that way. And now we got the easy peasy trail back to the car. So I mean, you got some little camp spots down there too. That's so crazy to think yesterday there's all the puddles and stuff. And we'll do something fun when we get back to the car. Is I'm gonna weigh my pack at the end of the trip. So I know before the trip it was about 25.5 or 26. Not entirely sure how much it weighed because I took out the umbrella, but then I added my rain jacket, so that may have kind of balanced out. But I think it'd be kind of interesting just to see like how much my food, water, stuff like that weighs. But the knee has felt pretty good and the ankle has felt really good. There's been a couple times where I kind of misstepped and it just kind of tweaked it in the wrong way, but it didn't break it, so that's good. But I just gotta be really careful with my footsteps. But I say, I mean, I don't feel like I don't feel like my knee is all that swollen. Yeah, it is a little bit swollen. But anyway, I'm glad it didn't hurt me too bad. Now I will say, you know, with the sun out, the bugs seem to be really bad. Because the bugs seemed real bad last night when we got to camp. So I would definitely bring bug spray or some sort of bug repellent. Alright, that's it for this time. Okay, there it is. Thank you, Randy. Alright, so we'll see how much our packs weigh. So again, thank you, Randy, for getting my bear bag down. I do appreciate it. I guess I could just leave that attached because that's weight. What you guys think? What's your guesses? Oh, I need to stop that. $22.5. I need that. Alright, that's it, guys. We'll see you guys on the next.